This time we are looking at a city where billionaires like to spend their time and money. A tireless innovator of art and culture, this is a city of ideas and the imagination immersed in history. And you can be sure that you will receive an equally large chunk of magnificent history. Absolutely, this spectacular city is London. London is one of Europe's most iconic cities, with a rich history, incredible architecture, and a unique culture. London has something for everyone, from history and culture to fine food and good times. Watch until the end, don't miss the bonus, and here are 10 incredible facts about this place. Number 10. Big Ben is not the name for the tower. It is a very common mistake, but Big Ben is actually not the name for the iconic tower in London. It's the huge bell inside the tower called Big Ben. Even locals nowadays refer to this place as the Big Ben Tower. 2012 onward, the tower is named as Elizabeth Tower, but in the past, the tower was known as the Clock Tower. Number 9. Indian restaurants in the UK are a random thing. It is estimated that there are more Indian restaurants in London than in Indian biggest urban centres like Mumbai or New Delhi. Historically, within the British Empire, a lot of British Raj families would live in the country they governed, eating the food there. So the food will come to Britain and become part of British food culture. Number 8. London has 170 museums. London is an important cultural and historical centre, and museums could not have been missed in this area. The British Museum, the National Gallery, the Imperial War Museum, the British Library and the Wallace Collection are just some of them. Number 7. London is the smallest city in the UK. Yes, you heard that right. What you think of London is actually just a small urban area part of the Greater London region. The City of London covers only 1.2 square miles and has a population of around 7,500 residents. As such, the City of London is actually the smallest city in England. Greater London, on the other hand, is an English region which encompasses surrounding towns covering 606 square miles and having a population of over 8.7 million residents. Number 6. Only 6 people died during Great Fire. One of the most horrible events in the history of London was the Great Fire in 1666. A large part of the city was covered in flames, as around 70,000 homes of Londoners were completely wiped out from the fire. However, despite its catastrophic effect, there were only 6 verified deaths from this terrible event. Number 5. London is the center of the world. Well, sort of. And specifically, that's Greenwich. This historic area is where you'll find the Royal Observatory. This defines not only 0 degrees longitude, but also Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. That's what you probably know as Coordinated Universal Time, or UTC, but GMT predates this term by over 300 years. Number 4. London was selected as the host city. On 6 July 2005 during the 117th IOC session in Singapore, defeating bids from Moscow, New York City, Madrid, and Paris. London became the first city to host the modern Olympics 3 times, having previously hosted the Summer Games in 1908 and in 1948. Number 3. London is a forest. Yes, it may sound weird, but London is technically a forest. The capital of England has so many green spaces that the density of trees it has per square mile qualifies the city as a forest. The city even has its own official forestry conservator. Number 2. The London Underground is the oldest underground railway network in the world. It may be rough around the edges, lack aircon and cell phone signal, but the London Underground is a pioneer of travelling by train under the ground. In January 1863, a line between Paddington and Farringdon was opened. The carriages were wooden, gas-lit, and pulled by steam locomotives. Number 1. London was once the capital city of 6 countries at the same time. During the devastation of World War II, London was the safest city in Europe, so the displaced governments of the countries already conquered by Germany took refuge there, making the capital of the UK also the capital of Poland, Norway, Holland, Belgium, and France. It must have been a bitter pill to take for the French. Bonus. The metropolitan area of London is served by 6 international airports. Together, they make the busiest airport system in the world by passenger numbers. London Heathrow is Europe's busiest airport and the second busiest by international passenger traffic in the world. Hey everyone, thanks so much for watching our video. Be sure to check out more of your Alicef over here. And leave us any other doubt in the comments section. See you soon.